This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
You have a rich person's name. Like, you should be a billionaire with the name Winfield. Anyway, call me back, bro.
24th of October, 2020. This is the 217 Recovery Podcast, and my name is Corey Winfield. Apparently it is a rich person's name. That's probably why he wants me to call him back. Fortunately, I don't have the funds to back up the name. I do have the sickness, and I'm not a doctor, but I've had this before, and I'm pretty sure it's a sinus infection, which before I'm kind of a wussy a little bit, and I will immediately go to the doctor. Why not, right? But this time it was different, and I was like, no, I think I know what it is, a sinus infection. I'll just go to the store and stock up. Well, like day 4 into this now, it's just like, it's not going away. I should have taken my own advice. Go to the doctor. You know, your wellness is very important. But I didn't. And so now I'm like reading about, of course, you know, WebMD, reading about sinus infections and stuff like that and how it could last, 10 days to 4 months. And antibiotics are a very crucial part of getting rid of the sinus infection. So I'm like, So I've delayed it pretty much. But next week, guess who's going to the doctor? Yeah, your boy. Now, I'm not going to go on and on in this podcast just for the fact that I feel like I sound horrible. And I'm not going to make you sit through that. But I'm going to make you sit through it for a minute. Because I did realize something during the sickness. I've just been just lethargic, just laying in bed and sleeping. And I haven't slept this much probably since the hospital 5 years ago, whatever. And it's just sleeping and sleeping. I'll wake up for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then just sleep again for 8 hours. It's just insane. And this has reminded me a lot of when I would relapse. And some of the thoughts that come in my head too are just like I haven't done anything today. Like I start feeling the like worthless. I start feeling shame, and I don't know why, it's maybe because I didn't go to the doctor. I don't know, but I just feel like I've been in bed for too long and I got to get up and do something. I got to be productive, and I try, and then it's just, I hit a wall like real quick, and I have to go back to bed, and it's just like it's really kicking my butt. But I don't understand why it's bringing it back to those times where I would relapse. And it feels like one almost. I'm not sure why, but it's very frustrating. And I haven't had any dreams or anything like that, but I'm just waiting for that to happen. Because when you wake up sometimes from one of those using dreams, it's so real, and it takes you, at least for me, it takes me like 5-10 minutes to snap out of it, and you're just like, oh my God. And I just don't know. Like, I don't want to have that happen. Obviously, I'll know that I know I didn't drink, but still, it would be even harder to snap out of it, I think, when I wake up and I'm not feeling like this, But hopefully that doesn't happen. That I don't have a drinking dream. But another thing I want to talk about real quick before I get off here tonight, not get off, but you know what I'm saying, like before
sexual relationship.
Before I leave the podcast, is wearing a mask. And if you're early in recovery, maybe you know somebody, this is referred to as when we put on this mask that we want to wear, that we want other people to see. And this is us. And I did it, I'm sure. I don't know how many times it took me to kind of go back to treatment or to relapse or to come to terms with reality that I finally let the mask down and just said, hey, here we go. This is me. But it takes a long time. We're taught that, people who drink or people who use drugs, we're bad people. That's what society teaches us. It doesn't teach us that, hey, you're using those as a coping mechanism, to cope with pain or suffering that you have. You're not taught that. We're just taught that you're bad people. So we don't want to be known as bad people. So a lot of times when we'll meet other people, say, for instance, if you go to a treatment center, you can be anybody you want to be in there. You can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer. I was on the radio. You know, I didn't make a big deal about it, but people would always want to, are you? Yeah, yeah, sure am. So I didn't hide that fact. Sometimes I would kind of change the circumstances of my relationships and make them seem like they were better than they were actually at the time. Like, oh no, I'm gonna get out of here, and you know, the girlfriend says this and that. Oh yeah, we're gonna be just fine. And you know, I would definitely put on a mask when it comes to that side of things. But some people, you know, it's the working side, it's the relationship side, it's everything. And it's not a bad thing. I think ultimately it's not a good thing, but it's not like a bad thing. Like, oh no, you're not going to ever get sober. But that could be something that really holds people back, though, because until you're ready to accept life on life's terms and your situation exactly the way it's supposed to be, and then you're not going to move forward. So you have to kind of get over those, whether that be relationship. Oh no, I got a girlfriend. You know, a lot of people, they men anyway. I don't know how women act, but you know, for men, it's I got a woman, and yep, she's a good girl. She loves me, this and that. Or I got a job. Yep, do this, do that. Oh, I'm big wig here, and I'm big wig there. You know, I do this, I do that. Just let it go, man. You know, and if I was to talk to somebody, you know, say my good friend Chris Goss was here, and I was like, Chris, Chris doesn't wear a mask though. So that's a bad example, but a friend of mine, say they were here and they were going to the treatment, and I had to give them one piece of advice about wearing a mask. I would just say, get it out right now, man. Like, let's talk about it. You know, like you and Sharon, you know, you're not, she's making you go here, but you know, when you get out, you guys aren't going to be together. She's already expressed that. You know, I would kind of hit the facts on that and just be like, all right, well, because this is reality of the situation. You know, she's going to move on with her life, and you need to move on with yours, you know, without drugs. I don't even know if I would go that far with it, to tell you the truth, because I'm not going to be wanting to be Mr. Therapist, man. I'm not a therapist. So, I don't know. I guess that's a tough one. If you were going to talk to somebody, I would just say, man, look, when you get in there, be real, be honest. You know, don't try to act like relationship is fine. You know, spill your guts out. That's what you're there for. You're never going to see these people again. Well, maybe some of them you might if you go back to treatment. But for real, just kind of let them know, like, it's okay to go in there and just be open, be vulnerable. You know, and until you get that mask off, though, I just don't see it working out that good in recovery, just for the fact that you're not being honest with yourself. And that's the only person you really need to be honest with. You're the only person that needs to understand what you're going through and to understand the job. You're the only one who has to go, well, you know, am I content in my job? Am I content in my career? Am I doing enough? Have I volunteered enough? Did I do the greatest job of that last relationship? I don't know. You know, like, you're the only one that can really lay it down for you, and then see where you want to improve in your life. You know, write it down. You know, where do you want to improve? Is it your love life? Is it your career? You know, this recovery thing is awesome. You're getting a new start at life. It's amazing. And I'm telling you, if you read the promises in the AA book, they are 100% for real. And you are going to be amazed at the things that you're going to accomplish. And there's no need to be afraid. There's no need to be worried about it. I'm telling you, like, just do the right things. And it's not just, oh, don't drink. Obviously, don't drink. Don't use drugs. But it's more than that. It's learning a new way to live. And once you can understand this new way, I don't have it down completely either. But man, I'm telling you, it gets better every day. And the people that I've talked to and the people that I can look in their eyes and see that they're 100% sincere, they feed it right back to me, man. And it's such a great feeling, to be a part of such a club. And that's kind of what I feel like. It's a club, kind of like 217 Recovery, Sure, it was a room that I was in, but that 217 is just a number, which is a pretty cool angel number, by the way, if you haven't seen that. But it's for all of us, it's a group. We can bond. We can share stories on Facebook. We can share pictures on Instagram, Twitter, stuff like that, whatever. You can email me. You can reach out. We can all be in this together. And it's such a great feeling to have that companionship and that camaraderie with other people who understand exactly what we're going through. And that's what makes recovery coaching so awesome too. And, the things we're doing with 217 Recovery and, providing transportation to people to and from treatment. We had a couple rides this past week. We didn't get a dime for it. I spent time out of my day and gas out of my car, and I took people to treatment, and that's fine. That's what it's about, It feels good. It really does. And to be able to help people like that is something that's just amazing. And speaking of 217 Recovery, because I told you I wasn't going to go on too long with this podcast, but our app is now in the App Store. So if you got an Apple, there you go. Search 217 Recovery and download the app today. Now, if you're still rocking the Android, or not still rocking the Android, some people love the Androids, like the Samsung, stuff like that. If you got an Android, we're in the Google Play Store too. We've been there for a minute. So, yeah, now we're on all platforms. Congratulations. So, download the app. Tell your friends. And the app, and this is going to put the pressure on everybody that does blogs. I mean, Anna, she does a blog like every week, like actually every couple of days, I think. But she does her blogs religiously. I do mine every Monday. It'll put the pressure, though, on Jay, who hasn't done one in a hot minute. Aaron, it's coming in a couple weeks, but Aaron's new, and he keeps up, though. And then Marnie, so it'll put the pressure on those guys, because the app, you can check out the app. Just get the app, look at the blogs, look at other stuff, and we're going to keep adding stuff to it, too. And it kind of sucks because I'm sick right now, but I'm going to get on there and try to add some new features just for the app. So if you do have the app, maybe we'll shoot conversations back and forth, or I really want people to upload artwork. It doesn't have to be 217 art, just artwork. Just kind of show it off. Maybe sell it or something. I don't know. Get you a couple dollars. But thanks again for listening. I apologize for the sinus thing, but it feels like someone's shoving a pencil up my nose right now. So thank you for sticking through it. I appreciate it. And check out 217recovery.com and download the app. Talk to you tomorrow.